What's approaching the supreme moment? Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? So I've wanted to showcase this unit for quite some time, just needed the proper category lead. Since I picked up Android 17 recently, now we can do this. I gave this chick level 9 additional attack, level 17 criticals. She does raise attack as part of the super attack, so I did want to give her some levels toward the additional attack, but overall, I always had a feeling this was a pretty good unit, or decent, you know what I mean? And she would be a pretty decent unit overall in terms of both attack and defense. And once after testing on the proper category, yeah, it definitely seems to be the case. So as always, let's cover the card stats, and then we'll go into the actual gameplay and talk about, you know, her overall, you know, attack and defensive ability. So this is, again, the Clever Tactics Super Strength Android 18. The leader skill is Strength and Physical Type Ki plus 3 HP attack and defense increase of 30%. The super attack is going to cause supreme damage to the enemy and also, again, raises attack for 6 turns. The passive skill is an attack increase of 50% at the start of the turn, plus an additional attack and defense increase of 50% when HP is 50% or above. Links include Money, that is plus 1 Ki, Android Assault 1000 to defense, Twin Terrors plus 2 Ki, Shocking Speed is plus 2 Ki, Battlefield Diva plus 2 Ki, Infinite Energy is plus 2 Ki, and Shattering the Limit is plus 2 Ki. So again, she doesn't really have that many, or at all actually, the attack increasing sort of link skills. Unfortunately, that's the case, but her passive definitely makes up for it more than enough. She falls into 4 categories: Peppy Gals, Majin Buu, Saga, Androids, and Movie Heroes. I thought about including some of it from the Movie Heroes category, but I just figured I'd include it just to showcase for the Androids category. So at Rainbow, you're looking at her being at 13,868 for HP, attack is 13,733, and defense is 9,284. 12 Ki Multiplier is 135%. Again, she's got a pretty decent passive. I mean, as long as the HP is above 50%, you're looking at a 100% increase to attack as well as a 50% increase to defense. So obviously with the Android category, the Android 17 unit does also provide a defensive boost for allies. So you're looking at a pretty good setup there for her. Again, she doesn't really have any attack increasing link skills, so you do want to include units that do provide some sort of support through their passive skills, you know, toward attack. That's why I pretty much linked her up with the free-to-play Android 21 unit, just because of the 30% increase to attack and defense for Android category allies is going to help out a lot. I did include the World Tournament Perfect Cell as well, just for, you know, that extra 30% again for attack and defense. It's going to help her out. I mean, keeping HP levels above 50% is going to be that difficult. It's, you know, with the defensive units you have in the category. I didn't include Android 16, but you could certainly include him as well, and he's a very good tank in this category. So keeping HP above 50% is definitely not overly difficult. The Android 21 free-to-play version, I don't have any potential orbs invested into her, so she is a little bit of a liability, but you know, if you do have her at 100%, I'm sure she's a lot better, both offensively and defensively. Again, I did think about testing her out on the Movie Heroes category, but I figured, you know, the Android category would be more than enough, at least for her showcase. And you know, with the proper rotations, I mean, you are getting 1 million plus potentials in terms of the attack potential. So that 100% toward attack definitely does add up a lot. And the fact that she does also raise attack for 6 turns, you could further complement the you know, the setup with both you know, the passive and the support from the allies. So I've seen upwards of, you know, 1 million plus with the attack stats, and very surprising for this unit to be able to hit for that amount. Obviously, with, you know, depending on the enemy, she's not going to hit over 1 million, but in some cases she will. So definitely a pretty good unit, and she does only have supreme damage. You know, the fact that she's able to hit the numbers she can, given that it is supreme damage, is pretty impressive to say the least. Again, I did want to test her. Like, I've had all pass unlocked for a while, and I did think about testing her out with some different team setups, but I kind of held off on it. I wanted to showcase her on the proper, you know, category leads, which are the Android 17 units, to get the maximum boost toward at least the attack. And yeah, I'm not disappointed. Again, like, I pretty much wanted to go toward a heavier focus on criticals, even though the super attack does raise attack. I figured level 9 would be more than enough to let it activate frequently enough, and certainly seems to be the case. She won't do an additional attack all the time, but she'll do it enough to where you know, it's beneficial to have that distribution of 9 and 17. So right there, you're looking at 1.1 million potential wise, and then, you know, with the crit against Tech Vegeta Blue hitting for about 874,000. So that is a pretty good number for this type of unit to be able to hit. So definitely surprised me a little bit. I figured she'd be pretty good, but she definitely exceeded my expectations. Now, how often are you going to use this chick? Well, I mean, with the attack and defensive abilities for this unit, I think she's definitely a viable option for the Android category at the very least. You could certainly use her on different categories as well, like Peppy Gals. I'm sure she'll be pretty helpful. Maybe helpful toward Super Battle Road. I haven't tested her out on Battle Road, but you know, with the attack and defense, you know, boost, she could definitely be somewhat helpful. Like I said, I haven't tested her, so I don't know for sure. But movie heroes, I'm sure she'll do fine. Links are probably going to be a little bit of an issue, but you know, at least she does have shocking speed and shattering the limit. Those are pretty good key links that are pretty common with a lot of units. So, you know, that's four additional key just from 2 links there. So, on top of the leader skill, you know, 6 total key you get. That's pretty close to getting super attack. I mean, you don't really need that much key on top of that. The only downside of this unit, again, is the lack of attack increasing link skills, but her passive more than makes up for it, I think. And she's definitely worth the orbs. I mean, if you're looking to, you know, upgrade either your Android category or even Peppy Gals, or if you're lacking units within the new movie heroes category, I mean, she's a pretty decent option. Obviously, there's a lot of better units in the game, but I think she's pretty good at the end of the day. I'm still on the fence whether I should max out the free-to-play Android 21. I mean, I kind of do want to see how she is, but you know, at the same time, it's almost like, how often am I going to use the Android category? That's what it comes down to. But yeah, very solid unit. I'm definitely satisfied with her performance. I don't regret rainbowing this unit. Typically, in some situations on certain units, I kind of do it for the collection, but she is as well, you know. But at the same time, she's a useful enough unit to where she does have some benefits of being maxed out at 100%. So definitely pretty decent. I mean, 1.23 million potential-wise in attack. Yeah, I mean, that's very good for this unit. So I know there are a lot of other Android 18 units, especially the ones that have the nuking passive. So, you know, there's definitely better units out there in terms of strictly Android 18, but this one's definitely pretty solid too. Yeah, even without the criticals, I mean, she's still able to hit for about 528,000 against Rose, so that is definitely a pretty respectable number of attack output, or damage output, I guess you could say. So I screwed up here, and I was supposed to give the Dokkan mode attack to Android 18, but I was pretty much not paying attention. So unfortunately, in this case, it went to 17, but we'll see how she does here, though. I mean, 1 mil critical, definitely didn't get the maximum boost, you know, with the rotations. So, you know, definitely doing pretty good. At the end of the day, a mil against, you know, the Vegito unit or Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta is still a pretty good number at the end of the day. And again, it's really not too bad keeping the HP levels above 50%. For the most part, you'll be able to manage that, I think, and it shouldn't be too much of a struggle. Alright, so we'll wrap things up against the Gogeta unit here and see how she does. But hopefully you guys were entertained. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. As always, I appreciate you guys checking the video out. And like I said, I wanted to showcase this unit, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it.